Okay, so, all right, what we're going to do now to see if we can make this thing work, you know, I got one magnet in the end there. I want to put another one right in here, like that. Okay, so what I want is I want it to be perpendicular to this angled surface here. So when it goes up into the spindle, that magnetic the pole is actually facing the steel spindle there. So I think I'm going to get a lot more holding power that way. My flux is not returning around the sides as well as I expected, and the poles are better on these anyway. Excuse me. Because of the shape of the magnet too. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little counterbore in the side here, okay, you know, zip, zip, like that. And we got to sink it below the surface of the curvature too, so we got to dig down a little bit deeper than we did for this one. I laid this out on the computer just to see if I had the space, and it looks fine. I just have to be far enough from this edge here to clear the magnet that's already in there. So so this is kind of cool because we get to do some cool setups. And so now here's the problem, guys, is we need to set this up at that, you know, 8.425 degree angle, right? So that we're normal to that surface, and then we're centered up on the you know, what's there. But it's a cone too, so we've got a few challenges here on this one. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to a 1, 2, 3 block, and then we'll put the 1, 2, 3 block in there, and then we'll tip it, and we'll get it lined up and go that way. So let me go grab some stuff and come back, and we'll kind of get this set up and get it rocking. Okay, so I got a 1, 2, 3 block. I found a little M6 hex head here. This is a little dicey here. It doesn't quite go through, so let's see how it feels here. Actually, let's see. Want it that way or that way? Do I care? I don't know if I care. Do I care? Do I care? I don't know if I care. Okay. All right. Well, let's just kind of snug that up a little bit. And that's the kind of the general idea there. Yeah, something like that. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of eyeball it for level for now. And ooh, you know, I don't know. This is feeling a little soft here to me. I don't have very many threads in that. I don't want to pull them out. You know what? I think I got it. All right, so I got a little different block here. So this is not a 1, 2, 3 block. This is an oddball one. This is made by Moore Tools, and this one is it's 1.5 by 7/8 by 1.25 inches. So it's kind of an oddball size. This is one of their jig bore setup blocks, but I have a few of those, and they're kind of nice because they're just a little bit different, size. Okay, so that gives me you know, a little over a diameter sticking out of there, which is better. All right, so let's put that in there like so. Snug that. Let's cinch that down first before we forget, right? And all right, so something like that. I think I'm gonna stick a parallel under there as well. Stick a parallel under there. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get her lined up. Kinda. Alright, so the way I'm not gonna tighten this up humongous here. So I'm gonna get an indicator and we're gonna sweep across the top of that, and we'll level that out so it's nice. Then we'll pick up the center and put our counterbore in. That looks pretty good. Ooh, hope I got enough travel here. Yep, okay. So what I want to do here is I'm gonna run across the top and find the, I actually got it pretty good. Find the high spot, so to speak. All right, so it's way off right now. And which way are we going here? Let's back up here. All right. That needs to come up. Okay. Let's do that. Let's. Yeah, I think it's loose. I need a little more tension than that. All right, so it's still. Kind of way off here. Not so lucky on this one, huh? Slow it down a little bit. All right. Okay, let's keep. We're kind of off of the pivot point, so it's always a little bit. You know, the proportions are weird when you're. All right. Well, we're heading in the right direction at least. Yeah, this is just typical stuff. Alright, that's looking pretty tasty. Let me put a little more tension on the vise. Actually, you know what? For what we're doing, that's pretty good. So let me I'm gonna put some Gronk on the vise. Let's double check. Plus 2. Alright, I think that's fine. Less than half a thousandths over, what is that? 7/8 of an inch, something like that. Okay. All right, so now we'll switch it around a little bit, and then we'll pick up the center of this thing. And then the more interesting thing is this is a great, I know where I need to be in relation to that corner, so we got to move over a prescribed amount. Okay, so we're going to pick up the center of this. We can do this a couple of ways. We can use an edge finder. Now this is an edge finder on an angle like that is a little bit weird. It's probably okay. This would be a little bit better, I think, but it's because of the diameter of this, it's a little bit of a reach. We're going to use a little different technique. We're going to use the indicator, and what we're going to do is we're going to sweep that surface and basically find the high spot on either side, and then divide that in half. So it's a good way to get central on something that is a little bit odd. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do in this one. Let's see how it works here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's see what we want to. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? We want to do it like this. That way we could see the the dilus. Oh, and I didn't look to see if Yeah, you know what? I might need to change the exposure a little bit. Let me, maybe I'll get set up here and I'll stop it down a little bit so that we can see. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sweep that, and then we'll pop over to the other side and sweep the other side. So let me shift the camera around a little bit, and then I'll stop it down, and then hopefully you guys can see that dial. Okay, so let's. So first step is we're going to go down and we're going to we'll find the kind of the midpoint there. I'll drive up to that, and then what we're going to do is. So when I turn this, I'm looking for the. Let's see. Let me lock that. I'm looking for that turnaround point. All right. So there. So as I sweep past that curve, the dial changes direction. So I'm coming up, and there it starts to turn around and go back the other way, right? So that's the spot I care about right there. Okay. And I'm just going to zero a couple of things here so we get back in the same place. So now I don't want to touch the indicator now, so I'm just going to swing it out of the way like this. And this might be a little harder to see on this side here. We're going to do the same thing here. And because I have the dial kind of facing up like this, I can kind of see it. So I'm just fishing, and I'm going to find that when it starts to touch. And I'll just drive it up to the 0. Back it up a little bit. All right. That looks pretty good. Okay. Sorry, but you can't, this is a hard thing to shoot. It's zeroed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the center line function of the DRO. Okay. And let me come up. Now it's telling me go back. And I go back, go to 0 here. Okay, so that should be the middle of the part. Let's see, I think I got a point here. Yeah, this is what we're going to use next here anyway. So that should be the middle of the part, and visually it looks good from here. So, oops, watch out, don't dink it there, Mr. Wizard. Okay, so that's a way of finding the center of a part with, when it's tough to use an edge finder. Okay, so now we're going to pick up this corner. I'm going to shift the camera again and show you a couple more things. All right, so now here's the next problem. So what we have here is we have there's a theoretical, should be using something aluminum here. There's a theoretical sharp corner where this surface intersects this surface here. So there's a razor sharp corner there, although I've chamfered it a little bit, and so it's kind of not there anymore. But so for example, if we really had to have this very accurately located from that corner, that's a little bit of a problem, right? So now I got a little tool for that, and it's this little guy here. This is this Yano, Phil Yano edge finder, and the way this works. Now we won't be able to use it in this case, but I'll show you how it works. It goes on like that, and the magnet's grabbing it there. So this is a known diameter here, this little circular part. So, and that circle is tangent with this, and then when this surface is touching that, it's also tangent with that, okay? So now, when I put that on there, and we got epoxy and a magnet on the end of that that's sticking out from the surface, right? So it's not sitting properly. But what we can do is we can edge find off of that, right? And then based on that, we know we can figure out where that corner is, okay, precisely, okay? So it's kind of neat that way, and you got to do a little math with it, depending on what you're doing, and but that's a real accurate way to pick up that corner. Now, our problem here is this is protruding from the surface a little bit, so, and I don't want to face that off, and to clean that off just so I can use that. And what we're doing here is not the, we're not jig boring something here. So I'm just going to use this little point to pick that corner, which will be pretty good. Like that. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to call that my X0. And then our dimension over to our counterbore is a 1/2 inch. That worked out nicely on the layout. Okay, so I just styled off a 1/2 inch. Oh, gee, I got it pretty close with my Sharpie. It's always fun. Okay, so now I think we're ready to actually cut metal. We're tight here. We're tight there. Let's clear off the measuring tools, and we'll get some cutting tools set up here. We're gonna drill in, and then kind of step out gently, because we don't have the most rugged setup here and only one fastener in it. So let's get ready to cut. All right, so we're kind of ready to go now. We're going to spot drill this since it's got a big curve on it. Use a little spotting drill here instead of the center drill. I'm going to double check my numbers. Yeah, I'm good. I want to be kind of ginger here, I don't want to tip the block, or I only got one bolt running through it. Actually, I should look at that and see if there's a way to put another clamp on that, maybe. Really, unless I go around the whole outside, but it's kind of not the same. All right, well, we're on center, so, we're not working off center, so let's just kind of go slow here. Let's just kind of get a depth check there. All right, let's keep a little more. I'm going to go 300 deep with this. Okay. Then I'll step it up, and we might end up using a boring head. We'll see. You know what? I don't know. What am I going to do there? Should I go? Oh, I can't go right to that anyway. I have to switch chucks now to go to bigger drills. This is my littler chuck. So let me switch chucks, and then I might just go right to the 1/2 inch here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it here. I think I am going to go real slow. Oh. Oh yeah, it's behaving itself for now. Go back in with this one just to, so I don't have to put so much pressure on the setup here. Having that, you know, the center removed where the chisel edge is there really relieved a lot of the pressure, you know, on a light duty setup like this. Hey, I'm looking at this corner here. Yeah, I think I'm going to try the magnet in there. I'll try the magnet in there and see what we get. Let me grab a magnet and we'll pop it in there and see what it looks like. All right, let's try this here. All right, it's pretty close. So, oops, I need something non-magnetic to point with here. There's a little step right there on the side, so we got to go down at least that much more to make the, so this is flat intersecting a curve, so we have to go a little farther. So anyway, let's pop that out of there. We can, okay. Stick it over there on its little chingadera. All right. I'm going to go another 1.5 millimeters deep here, just to put that below flush. Alright, looks pretty good. Let's try the Mr. Magnet again. Ooh. Yeah, that drill's getting magnetized. Might not be such a great idea to do that. Oh yeah, that's looking better. Oh yeah, I think that's the stuff there. And that's certainly stronger across the side there. Okay, so I think we got it. We'll deburr that edge, and then we'll repot this. And then we'll, let's see, is there a way to, you know, actually I could probably test it without potting it, because it can't get stuck up in there. Oops, I can spread crud on it though. It won't get stuck up in there because it's in a pocket that's normal to the surface. So I think what we can do is, before I pot it, I can get another try on this, and I could always add a second one on the other side if I really needed it. I kind of don't think so. This is feeling pretty good right now, but let's try it out. All right, let's pop this out of here. I got this cleared out. I'm going to leave the block in there in case I got to set it back up. Give it a little twirl here. All right. Get a nice little radius on that. It's kind of weird. This is getting attracted to this other magnet. So this is a new Noga deburring tool that I got too for testing. Previously I was using a Shave It, a red handle guy, but I'm testing this guy out here too, and it has the ability to extend and do all this fancy stuff here, and you can put business in the handle there. A nice handle. It's got that kind of a it's a soft grip actually, although it's fairly hard plastic, so it feels good right now. So we'll try it out. Okay. All right, let's stick Mr. Magnetti in there. Doink. It went right in. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen. Ooh. This thing's... It's definitely holding on better, but... What the heck here? Is it because that's moving around? Boy, I would think that would be all over that. I wonder if this one's messing with it now. You know, the flux lines are from this one are going this way and this one are going this way, so well, it's grabbing better, but it still ain't anything. God dang it. I had such high hopes for this deal here. I really thought that was going to be the shit. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let me ponder. Okay, so I think I figured out what I want to do here to fix this, and that is, look what I found in the chip pan. There was a whole nother one of those over on the lathe, so I didn't even see it over there. So this is going to go away. What we're going to do, I'm going to go straight through with a 1/2 inch hole, and I have a different magnet that I'm going to put in there, and we're going to try that and see how that works. And we have some God, now I'm rethinking it again. Don't you hate it when you do that? So would it be better 90 degrees to one another? I'm thinking about going straight across here with a much stronger magnet.